When I first heard of Akiba's trip, like when I heard of Keijo for the first time, I thought anime was being typical anime doing nothing more than making something that will sell like hotcakes, and not just in the Blu-ray and DVD sales, but also with the merchandise such as body pillows and figures. And though that does still hold true, this, like Keijo, is doing something I love with fan service, making it damn funny and over the top while not taking itself seriously. This is a show that if you like panty shots, this will be your jam. But if you're like me and don't like any shot aimed just to be sexual and nothing more, then you'll also enjoy this if you like its over-the-top humor that it's going for. And boy, is there a lot of it with how self-aware this series truly is. The concept of this anime is we have our typical Akihabara that everyone and their mother should know a thing or two about by now. The holy land of anime, manga, figures, you name it. Our main character, Tomotsu, is one such character who spends a lot of time in Akihabara. But something is a little off in this world's version of the Holy Land. We have vampire-like creatures running amok. Now let me ask you, what are vampires' weaknesses? Holy water? Wooden stake through the heart? What about sunlight? How could you possibly make sunlight the only way to defeat them and have it be interesting? Well, what if you strip the vampires, males and females alike, so when their bodies are exposed to the air and light, they are defeated? And we have Akiba's Trip by Studio Gonzo. What I love about this series is just how funny the cast is. The main character of this series is completely different than I thought they would have went for. Really, I was expecting a template cut out for us, the viewer, to place ourselves in like Kirito from Sword Art Online. But instead we have a character who has an insane love for everything anime, who doesn't react in insane ways when he turns into one of these vampire-like creatures. He just rolls with it. He makes jokes, he thinks, oh, I'm a superhero now, cool. But if I can't leave Akihabara, now how am I supposed to support my hobby with anime, manga, and figure collecting? To put it bluntly, he gives no fucks unless it relates to his obsession with the merchandise related to his favorite anime. This character is designed to be one thing and one thing only, someone to make you laugh, smile, and have fun with. You are going on a lewd adventure with him and his female group of friends, fighting these creatures that can only be stopped by stripping them naked. But if he or anyone with this power is also stripped, they too will die. But that just means he has to live life to the fullest, buy everything he can get his hands on. And at no point in this anime has it tried to make it feel serious or life-threatening. It's aimed to be as dumb, silly, and ridiculous as possible, and is just trying to leave you smiling at the end of each week. What I appreciate so much is not only did they go the route of making it so over the top and designed to be funny, but catering to those who do also like sexual fan service, but they made it equal so far with both the male and female body. Now granted, I do assume the majority of the quote-unquote stripping will be on the female body, but in episode 2, a big muscular army man gets the same treatment. No one is safe from this man's stripping hands. I just like that it's taking so many styles of characters and throwing them in stupid monster situations, and then defeating them in a fight by removing their clothes in a very funny but also entertaining way. So far all the characters I've seen in this anime have been solid if nothing else. We have Arse, the female who has the same love for figures as our main character. They don't hide the fact that she loves cosplay, and yeah, there is a lot of fan service to her character design. But I find that her personality is so silly, giddy, and fun that she works well with being more than just a quote-unquote object. If we put her in a more serious situation, I'd probably feel differently. But in a show where everything is silly and self-aware, she doesn't feel like a pointless object. She has just as many humorous and entertaining lines and moments so far like the rest of the cast have. We all know she will sell a lot of figures for obvious reasons, but I have yet to think she is only there just to attempt to get people hot and bothered. I mean, that is the goal in one way or another, as you can tell by her character design, but for me I find her overall character and personality to fit well with the world and the rest of the cast to add to the show and not to take away from it. It caters to those who like sexual fan service, but also to those like myself who likes fan service that is aimed to be funny. The weakest entry to the main three so far to me is the girl that turned our main character into one of these monsters, Matome. She has this angry personality that shows a hard nature on the outside, but of course she will slowly open up as the show goes on. Nothing bad or out of the ordinary, but really besides our main character, none of them really feel like they are that different or out of the ordinary. It's a lot of the stupid tropes you have seen, but either amplified or skewed slightly enough to feel refreshing that it isn't exactly like the other 30 anime using a similar story structure or character tropes that I've seen. I think at the core what truly draws me in the most each week has to be the art style and animation used. This is a beautiful looking series. There's so much expression in the characters when they are going into their superhero mode to fight and strip everyone around them, that the way the camera works to give you this sense of speed and adrenaline is just really remarkable. A majority of the episodes aren't over the top action, but it's so vibrant and pretty to look at, with almost always something happening either in the background or with one of the characters. I don't think anyone could really get bored visually when it comes to this series. It's this really interesting blend of Western and Eastern animation styles mixed into one, as it really doesn't feel like something exclusive to Japan, it easily could have come from the West, similar to Concrete Revolutio from Studio Bones. To be honest, this is one of the series that is bringing me the most joy from the winter 2017 anime season. It won't be a masterpiece, but like Keijo, it knows exactly what it wants to be. A fun show that uses tropes that we have seen in a few interesting ways, making fun of anything it possibly can, while retaining a very self-aware charm that very few series go for these days. And you can even watch it dubbed weekly like myself thanks to Funimation. Really, I still don't know why they haven't sponsored me, as I do nothing but compliment them. I'm sure there will be some, like with Keijo, that will raise their flags and call their brothers and sisters to arms, saying, "We are degrading women by tearing their clothes off." But like Keijo, the comedy adds something to it to feel more than just we are objectifying women. I mean, they made these monsters be both male and female, so there are dudes getting butt naked as well, so really, if one gender is being objectified, then they both are. But for me, this is going past the typical harem let's make everyone want to bang the main character, or throw every female in provocative situations. We're making the dumbest, most absurd comedy we possibly can, and not holding anything back, and I love it. Try it if nothing else, but if you did enjoy Keijo from the previous anime season, I see no reasons why you would not like Akiba's Trip. But that's all for this video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and be sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, both of which help out greatly to make the channel grow. And if you're feeling extra generous and would like to receive a few bonus perks, consider checking out my Patreon. So until next time everyone, please take care, and have a good one.